Our reflection today centers around the seventh Sunday of Easter, celebrating the Ascension of the Lord. Within the passages of today's Gospel reading, four probing questions arose in my mind. I am eager to delve into these queries with you and explore the insights they may provide. The first question is, what is the significance of the mountain in Galilee, the precise location to which Jesus directed his disciples? Let's unravel this together. The region of Galilee holds significant importance in the life and ministry of Jesus as depicted in the New Testament. Jesus grew up in Nazareth, a small town in Galilee, and much of his ministry took place in this region. Important events such as the Sermon on the Mount and the feeding of the 5,000 occurred here. Mountains also have significant symbolism in the Bible. They are often places of revelation, divine encounters, or important teachings. Moses received the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai. Elijah encountered God on Mount Horeb. In the New Testament, Jesus often retreated to mountains for prayer, gave the Beatitudes during the Sermon on the Mount, and was transfigured before Peter, James, and John on a high mountain. This setting informs the rest of the reading by emphasizing the divine authority behind Jesus' words. The disciples are not just receiving instructions from their teacher, they are receiving a mandate from the risen Lord, at a place filled with spiritual significance. It underscores the importance of the Great Commission, "Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations," as a divine commandment, not a mere suggestion. The second question. When the disciples saw Jesus, they worshipped but they also doubted. What might be the reasons for this doubt even in the presence of Jesus? What are your doubts? Today, we find ourselves in a fascinating moment from the Gospel, where the disciples, seeing the risen Jesus, worshipped yet also doubted. It seems paradoxical, doesn't it? Worshipping and doubting at the same time. But, isn't this a reflection of our own faith journey at times? Even in the presence of divine assurance, doubt can sneak in. Imagine a child standing at the edge of a pool, their parent coaxing them to jump in, assuring them they'll catch them. The child wants to jump, they trust their parent, after all, but the sight of the deep water stirs fear, creating doubt. The child's experience mirrors our own spiritual journey. Like the child with their parent, we often stand on the edge of faith. We want to dive in, but we fear the unknown depths. Doubt is a part of the human experience. It's not the absence of faith, but rather a hurdle on the journey of faith. The disciples were human, just like us, and their doubt reassures us that our own uncertainties are a normal part of the spiritual journey. Seeing the resurrected Jesus was an extraordinary, unparalleled event. It's natural to wrestle with doubt when faced with the supernatural. It challenges our understanding of reality. The disciples were transitioning from faith in a physical Jesus they could see and touch to faith in the spiritual and omnipresent Christ. This kind of shift is significant and not without its struggles, hence the doubt. It is often through doubt that our faith grows stronger. Much like a muscle grows stronger through resistance training, our faith develops as we wrestle with and overcome doubts. The moment serves as a reminder that despite our doubts, God's grace remains. The disciples doubted, yet Jesus still imparted his great commission to them. Our doubts do not disqualify us from participating in God's work. If you find yourself identifying with the doubting disciples, take comfort. Doubt doesn't make you a weak believer, it makes you human. Just as the parent extends their arms, ready to catch their child, Jesus extends his grace, ready to catch us, even in our doubt. So, let us be like the child at the edge of the pool, willing to leap despite the fear, knowing the loving arms that await us. The third question. All power in heaven and on earth has been given to me. What implications does this statement hold for the authority of Jesus and for the disciples who follow him? When we think about power, we often imagine politicians, business tycoons, or superheroes with their extraordinary abilities. However, the concept of power I want to share with you today is far more profound. All power in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Let me begin with an analogy. Imagine the sun, that powerful star at the center of our solar system. It provides warmth and light to all the planets that revolve around it. It influences the tides, the climate, and even life itself. Without it, life as we know it would cease to exist. Similarly, Jesus, with his claim of having all power in heaven and on earth, positions himself as the spiritual sun. His influence is not confined to physical realities but extends to the spiritual realm. His light and warmth are the love, grace, and truth he brings to humanity. Just as the sun shines on everyone indiscriminately, Jesus' love and grace are universal, reaching every corner of the world and every heart willing to receive. His power is a manifestation of this divine love, inviting us to a life of peace and joy. Much like the sun serves as a reliable source of light guiding our way, Jesus, through his divine power, illuminates our paths, providing wisdom and guidance in our decision-making, leading us towards fulfillment and purpose. As the sun enables life on earth, Jesus, with his divine authority, provides spiritual life. His power assures us of eternal life, offering a profound hope that transcends our earthly existence. Just as the sun's gravitational pull keeps the harmful cosmic bodies away, protecting our planet, Jesus' divine power shields us from spiritual harm, providing comfort and assurance in times of distress and uncertainty. As the sun's energy fuels photosynthesis, leading to growth and transformation in nature, Jesus' power can transform our lives, bringing about personal growth, inner peace, and a deeper understanding of our purpose. Jesus' claim to have all power in heaven and on earth is not about asserting authority but about offering divine love, guidance, protection, and transformative power to all who believe in him. The fourth question. What comfort and assurance can followers of Jesus derive from the promise "I am with you always, until the end of the age"? We live in a world that can often feel uncertain, full of change, hardship, and sometimes even despair. Amidst these challenges, we seek comfort and assurance. As followers of Jesus, we find that in the promise, "I am with you always, until the end of the age." This statement is not just a collection of words but a powerful promise that carries deep implications for our lives. Let's delve into what this promise truly offers us. Imagine you are lost in an unfamiliar city without a map or GPS. You'd feel anxious, wouldn't you? Now, consider if a local resident was by your side, guiding you. Your anxiety would likely lessen. That's the comfort of companionship Jesus promises. But it goes beyond human companionship. It is the companionship of Jesus himself, who navigated the trials of human life and understands our joys and sorrows. You're never alone, whether you're celebrating a victory or facing a crisis. A lot of you may remember the story of the footprints in the sand, where a person sees their life as a path along a beach. In times of difficulty, they see only one set of footprints and accuse God of abandoning them. But God replies that during those tough times, it was He who carried them. This tale embodies the comfort drawn from the divine presence of Jesus, a presence that carries us when we're too weary to walk. Take the example of a lighthouse standing strong amidst the raging sea. No matter how turbulent the waters get, the lighthouse stands tall, providing a beacon of hope for sailors. Jesus' promise to be with us until the end of the age is like that lighthouse, unyielding and everlasting. His presence isn't just for a moment or a season, but for all time. Just as a coach stands by their athletes, guiding, encouraging, and motivating them, Jesus promises to be with us in our endeavors. Remember Mother Teresa? She worked tirelessly in the slums of Calcutta. It was her belief in the enduring presence of Jesus that gave her the strength and courage to make a significant difference in the lives of the poor. Finally, the promise until the end of the age suggests the ultimate hope of eternal life. It's like seeing a rainbow after a storm, providing us with the assurance that there is something more beyond the struggles of the present. The promise of Jesus is this rainbow of hope. The promise of Jesus offers us a roadmap to navigate life's journey with faith and resilience. It provides us the companionship, strength, hope, and assurance we need to live our lives with courage and grace. By believing in this promise, we are not just surviving, we are thriving, just as Mother Teresa did. Let us embrace this promise, and let it guide us through every twist and turn of our lives.